Hey guys, and welcome to my messy house clean with me. As you guys can see, we are not in our house anymore. We are currently in an Airbnb, so this is going to be a real life mess, a complete disaster. My kids were tearing up this place, so this is going to be a combination of 2 different days. It is the first day we were there and then the day before we were leaving, so I wanted to do a really good cleaning before we left to make sure we did not leave it a complete disaster. So we're gonna hop right into this video. We're gonna be starting off by getting some laundry going because thankfully they did have a washer and dryer here. We only packed enough clothes for 4 days. We were hoping to only be in an Airbnb for 3 days, but it turned out we are ending up staying until Monday, so it will be a total of 6 days not in our home. We ended up staying at this house from Tuesday until Friday, and then we moved to one of our really good friends' rental houses for the weekend, and we should be closing on Monday, the day you guys are watching this video, so keep your fingers crossed for us. We were initially supposed to close on Wednesday the week before, but everything ended up getting thrown off, but that's okay. We finally have a closing date, so we are so thankful for that. But I definitely needed to clean some clothes because we did not bring a bunch, and whenever I was cleaning the house, I had to, of course, have towels and rags to clean everything, and then I just threw it inside that bag. So I was pulling out all of those dirty towels from when I cleaned our house right before we were leaving. And if you guys noticed, this house was pretty old. It was a little run down. They did a lot of good updates, but the little things you could just notice, like in that laundry room, it was completely missing a door. So the laundry room was opened up to the garage so you could see my husband's truck. We had to park it in the garage because we had so much stuff. We had to pile it all into the back of his truck, plus inside the back of my car. And we didn't want anything to get stolen out of his truck, so we just went ahead and parked it inside their garage.
Point of pointing fingers. Come on, let's rejoice of what will come. I have made the choice of thinking bigger.
This was after the first day we had gotten there, so there wasn't too big of a mess. You'll see the bigger mess a little bit later in this video, right before we leave. But I thankfully grabbed a bunch of plastic spoons and forks and paper plates because I didn't want to have a huge mess to clean up, and I really just didn't want to leave the Airbnb super dirty. We have never stayed in one before, so this is my first experience. If you guys have stayed in one before, I would love to know, do you guys just leave everything in the house like as it was, or do you clean before you leave it? I wasn't really sure what the protocol was, but I tried to, of course, clean as much as I possibly could. I didn't realize they had a broom in here. I was looking all around. I ended up finding it whenever I was literally walking out the door. So I did leave the floors, a little dirty under the tables because it took me a while to figure out where that broom was. But I'd love to know if you guys have stayed in an Airbnb before and do you guys clean it or just leave it as it is. I did end up washing some of their towels and stuff whenever we were there, and it was really nice. They did have everything that we needed. It had my coffee pot and stuff like that. So thankfully we kind of felt just at home. It was freezing cold in this Airbnb and we couldn't change the thermostat, so the kids were like, it feels so cold in here. But my husband loved it because he loves a super cold house.
Even if we go I know we can save it. Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, yeah, we can work it out. Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, yeah, we can work it out. Alpha and Omega, Alpha and Omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter.
Now that the kitchen is nice and clean, we're gonna head into the living room. We mainly just had shoes everywhere, and the kids kept throwing the pillows all around. They had so many throw pillows on this couch, which I do love throw pillows, but when you have so many, it's really hard to figure out where they're supposed to go. So you'll see I try to arrange them to make them look decent, but it really didn't matter because as soon as I would fix them, Ethan would go on the couch and start throwing them all over the place. But while we were there, we went ahead and picked up a deck of cards, and we also got this fun little game from Chick-fil-A. It was matching cards, so we ended up playing a lot of cards while we were there because there really wasn't too much to do. The kids did have their iPads, but you know, they get bored after a while, so we did play some card games and try to keep ourselves occupied while my husband was at work and we were just kind of hanging out at the house.
Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action. Distract him right now. He's fine, but Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart. It needs a little kickstart.
We went ahead and played some cards while I was waiting for that laundry to finish up, and I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over and then we will get to folding this laundry. Austin had drug his blanket through the grass whenever we first got here when we were trying to unload everything, and there was so much grass stuck in his blanket where I was like, okay, we have to wash that. There's no way you can sleep with that dirty blanket. So we're washing his big Pokemon blanket and mainly just a bunch of those towels that I had used to clean the house.
Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart. It needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Said that they don't got a future like that. It hurts, so giving something worse to pass the time.
It is now Friday, the day we are checking out of the Airbnb, so I wanted to get this nice and cleaned up. Of course, the kids had gotten toothpaste all over the sink. There was clothes on the floor from taking baths. So I just needed to get this bathroom tidied up, do a quick wipe down in the bathtub just to make sure there wasn't any hair or anything left behind inside the bathtub. And I'm making a pile of clothes because I really wanted to get one more load of laundry done before we left. That way we had some clothes for the weekend because the kids were really running low on their clothes. And it really stinks. I didn't pack my shout with me. And I don't know what I was thinking because Ethan always gets stuff on his clothes. And so now that I have washed them, they do have some stains. So I'm really hoping I'm going to be able to get those out later because they are his new shirts. And I'm so upset that I did not pack the shout with me.
Pick up the phone, I really need to understand. Never had no trust issues. Never had to break the rules. Always trying to tell the truth and care about what I say. I've been trying to do my best and keeping my promises. Never want to second guess, but when it comes to you, I've been feeling hesitant. hesitant. I've been feeling hesitant. I've been feeling hesitant. Get out my bed if you've been unfaithful. Yeah. Pack all your things and bury our label. Yeah. 'Cause baby, I won't take you back. Yeah, you know my heart don't work like that. Take what I said, throw it like a baseball. No, never had no trust issue.
Now we are heading into the master bedroom. I needed to gather all of our dirty clothes as well so we could wash those and just go ahead, pick up everything. I really like doing it this way because it helps me ensure that I don't leave anything behind, especially because we offloaded so much out of the car since we were going to be here a couple of days, and my car was so jam-packed with just food and all sorts of stuff. So I really had to make sure we didn't forget anything in the house. So I'm taking my time to make sure we don't leave anything behind. And also, if you guys stay until the very end of this video, I am gonna do a super quick show of our house right before the movers came, so you get to see all of the boxes everywhere and the huge mess that we had. I really wanted to do an empty house tour in there, but you guys, the day of that move was so insane. I was so stressed out and frazzled, and it was just a huge mess, and everything was going wrong with our closing that I completely forgot to do it. But I did get that clip before the movers came, so I wanted to share that with you guys. And if you notice right here, I was picking up my husband's clothes. He had to go to this shooting range thing, and he had bought some new clothes. And when I picked them up, I realized they didn't take the sensor off of it, so I went ahead and stuck the receipt in my husband's pocket of those pants so we could take those back and get the sensor off, because he definitely won't be able to wear those with that sensor on there.
How can I compare thee when no one ever could come close? Look around, but I can't see. That is usually just how it goes. Brought a new horizon, opened up our doors to something more. Spun me round and you shook me, got me tainted to the core. So tell me what to do. Comes close to you. For the longest time, I've been trying to find someone like you, but I keep crashing back into all the things that you would do. For the longest time, I've been out of my mind, trying to lose every single trace of you. But I know it's true that nothing, nothing, I said nothing comes close to you. No, nothing, nothing, I said nothing comes close to you. In a million days and in a million ways, I know this to be true, that nothing, nothing, I said nothing comes close to you. When I close my eyes now, like I got your smile going on repeat. You're the star of my movie, but now it's done, still stuck in my seat. Ain't getting off easy, like I'm doing time yet without parole. Got me flirting with this.
Here are those clean towels that I washed 2 days before. I'm just gonna go ahead and shove those in my bag, try to fit everything in here before we leave. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that the very next video will be in our new house. It is gonna be of course, extreme clean with me, but I'm also going to be doing some unpacking, organizing, so it's going to be a really good video. I cannot wait to show you guys the house and just start decorating it. So make sure you guys have that notification bell on so you don't miss that video. It's going to be an exciting one. I cannot wait.
Nothing, nothing, I said nothing comes close to you. No, nothing. what you want to. Please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head. It's me and you, pulse speed and my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna place it, cause it only does this with you. Our bodies meet, I can feel the tension, move us into the next dimension. Let's just let our bodies be true. We make out for the thrill of it, mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop now, never let this.
Like I had mentioned at the beginning of this video, this house was freezing cold and Ethan was so cold in this room. Every time I would bring him in here to lay him down, he literally would shiver and go brrr. So I had to put so many blankets in there because I did not want him freezing at night. Thankfully, I packed one long sleeve shirt, so he wore the same shirt to bed every single night and sweatpants. Plus, we had him loaded with blankets and pillows in there so he would stay warm.
Let's live life without regrets. Girl, put your faith in me, even though we just met. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head. It's me and you, pulse speed and my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna pace it, cause it only does this with you. Our bodies meet, I can feel the tension, move us into the next dimension. Let's just let our bodies be true. We make out for the thrill of it, mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop now, never let this end. For the thrill of it, we can have with no regret.
We had picked up some powdered donuts and chocolate donuts for snacks for the kids, and of course it ended up all over the floor. And like I said, I couldn't find the broom, so I was just using a wet towel to clean up the floors, get up as many of the crumbs as I possibly could, just so it didn't look like a total hot mess. But then we're gonna head into the kitchen and get it tidied up. We had pizza the night before. I just bought some frozen pizzas and we left them on the counter overnight, so I needed to clean up all of the mess and switch out the trash because it was definitely overflowing.
Baby, I will show you how you can catch my vibe. And right away, got so much time looping in the blurry lights. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy.
I really wish I would have known how long we weren't going to be in our new house, because I would have packed toys for Ethan. I felt so bad for him. He was so bored, and I knew he was bored. That's why he kept getting into everything. He literally kept doing everything that he wasn't supposed to be doing. He would pull out every single plug. If you notice throughout this video, I was plugging things back in because every time I turned around, he would unplug stuff. It would be lamps. He would even pull the outlet covers off because this house was so old. The covers weren't even like screwed into the walls, which is very unsafe. He could pull out the outlet covers. Some of them were like circular with all the wires in them. He would pull all of it out, and I was like, oh my gosh, this child is gonna give me a heart attack. I was so worried he was gonna hurt himself because it just wasn't very safe. So I had to watch him like a hawk. He was just into everything just because he was super bored. And thankfully they did have a nice little covered back porch area, so we would go sit outside, play with Yoda. So that was like the only thing that would help distract him. Otherwise, he was literally destructive getting into everything.
As a cherry on top, get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for right. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love, the things I love, the things I love, 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 the things I love, the things I love. Be one of the things I love, the things I love, the things I love.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used to shine when we were young. I told you that we should start a band and reach for the sky. It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep. I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. We were such a constellation, right? No, you'd agree. Made a reputation for ourselves.
The load of laundry was finally done, so this was the last thing I needed to do before we could load up the car and head out. So I'm gonna fold this up, and as you guys will see, I was literally taking phone calls and texting people because, like I said, our closing has been a hot mess. You guys, honestly, I have never been so stressed out before. I can't even express how ready I am for this moving process to be over. So as I was folding the clothes, I was trying to get in touch with my loan officer because we were supposed to be closing on Friday, which got messed up. So then I was trying to make sure they got all of our papers so we could close on Monday. They had to have everything by noon, and it was literally right before 11 o'clock. And so I was stressing out that they didn't have all of the final documents. So I was trying to get in touch with my lender. I had called her probably 5 times before I got a hold of her. So I finally confirmed that she had the documents and she was about to submit them before noon. So thankfully we got it all lined up. But you guys, I was so stressed out. Like, it's just been a crazy moving process, and I am so thankful we are close to the finish line.
I just miss you.
Now we are going back in time to the day we were moving. This was right before the movers were about to show up. This is how full our living room was. It was jam-packed, plus we had all the stuff in the garage too. The moving truck ended up being maxed out, where, like I said, I had to shove a lot of stuff in my car. My husband had to shove a lot of stuff in his. Plus we had the 2 animals. It was a crazy drive, but we made it happen. We fit into a storage unit, which is where our stuff currently is until we move into the new house. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this messy house clean with me in the Airbnb, and I can't wait to share the new house move-in and unpacking and cleaning. That will be happening next week, so be sure to have that notification bell on. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It really does support my channel. And if you haven't yet, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and join my YouTube family. I am currently uploading every single Monday, and I am always bringing you guys tons of cleaning motivation as well as some motherhood and lifestyle content. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!